This was going to be a piece about the handful of casual games that have held my interest while the big name AAA titles have started ramping up for 2016, but really, there's only been one game on PC that's ticking my boxes. That game is Mini Metro. It started life as a Ludum Dare project in April 2013, where a bunch of New Zealanders took the theme of minimalism and decided to make a transport simulator. That combination isn't actually as odd as it might sound. Don't think about how messy your local bus timetable is. Think instead about public transport maps, like the classic British Underground. Think about how streamlined, efficient, and, in the right light, beautiful they are. Mini Metro is that subway map brought to life, and it is far more addictive than you might expect. To start off with, you're given 3 stations, a square, a triangle, and a circle. Passengers soon start arriving marked with their destinations. Your task is to get person A to point B via the most efficient network. You do this by literally click and dragging between the stations, and that's it. Everything else is handled by the game. The trains run automatically from one end of the track to the other as quickly as they can. The passengers decide which train to get on and where to get off. They calculate and manage their own transfers and are basically model little citizens, except they don't like being crowded. The game starts out, as I say, with 3 stations. Soon, a 4th joins the map and must be connected to the network. Then a 5th, and a 6th. Sometimes there are different shapes, but most are the same square, triangle, circle we saw originally. The new stations aren't added terribly quickly, and you can take a moment to determine the best connecting track to lay. Playing in normal mode, you can move and delete tracks without penalty. Higher difficulty means that every placement is permanent though, so choose your clicks carefully. At the end of each in-game week, you are given a new train and a choice of an additional upgrade. A new line, a carriage, more bridges or tunnels to cross water. It adds a nice little touch of strategy. Mini Metro keeps track of how many passengers use your network. That's your score. Unless you're playing in endless mode, the game is over when there are too many passengers waiting at any one station. Like I said, they don't like to be crowded. And really, it's as simple as that. You click, you drag, you watch. You wait. You do it again. And again. And again. And it's quite peaceful, really. The soundtrack from Disaster Piece, who also wrote the music for Fez, is just as minimal as the graphics. Some subtle dings and ambient noise from time to time. Each of the levels of the game is based on a real-world location, but don't think you can cheat by digging up a copy of a real London Underground map. They don't sync up that well, but it is a lovely way to add a bit of variety into the mix. But that's not the only inaccuracy in the game. If you want to get technical, Mini Metro is not a particularly good public transport design simulator. That has nothing to do with its minimalist approach, though. It has everything to do with how the game has been programmed and what prompts the game over screen. Simply put, if any one station is overcrowded, that's it for you. The game does not take into consideration how gorgeously crafted the rest of the network is. It doesn't look at any of the other stations, and importantly, it doesn't consider efficiency, minimal transfers, short travel time, or any other criteria when determining whether you've won or lost. These things are all tracked, mind you. They're presented on a statistics screen at the end of each game, but they're not used for anything. I would like to be rewarded for creating a series of interconnecting loops that mean that any given stop is connected to every other type within 2 hops, reducing the need for transfers. Or for creating an intricate mesh that absolutely minimizes travel time. Or for... wait. No. Mini Metro is not about having different winning criteria. It's not even really about subway management or train design or public transport at all. It's about connecting the dots, taking a moment to ponder the intricacies of a network and taking gentle pride in one's work. And it achieves all of those things beautifully. If you would like to try your own hand at designing your own public transport network, there are a number of different ways to play Mini Metro. First up, it's on Steam. However, a Flash version is also available via the developer's website, so you can play it for free in your browser. And if you're the sort of person who wants to see where all of this came from, the original Ludum Dare entry, Mind the Gap, is also available online for free. If you would prefer to head in the other direction, the team at Dinosaur Polo Club are also putting the finishing touches on a mobile version due out sometime this year, so you can play on the go. Personally, though, I prefer the latest version of the PC build maximised on my screen playing in night mode. I've sunk countless hours into this one already, and I can see countless more stretching out ahead of me like so many lines on a map.